So we're inside the house. This is, you could call it the master bathroom because it's associated with our bedroom. We had to pay for the water heater. The heater was recommended to us by a guy working in Global. It's a Beko or Beko, I don't know how to pronounce it. They're available in the UK. They do work very well. He was right. The thermostats work very well on them and there's constant pressure. If you look to the ceiling here, you can see that's the rain type shower that they have. That was installed for cold water. Though having said that, during the last few days, even though we've made attempts to keep our water tank on the column outside on that tower, to keep it cool as far as we can, the water that's actually been coming through the taps has been very warm, very warm. The tiles have been done beautifully in here by one of the builders who I called Captain Marvel. You can see the shelving that he's put in the tiles. He's done a fantastic job. Stating the obvious, the cabinet was provided as part of the build, so was the wash basin, toilet. The only bit extra that we've put in here is the handrail for when I'm very, very old and need help to get up off the toilet. It's been done beautifully. This is a small space designed deliberately. We knew we need to have wardrobes and things, and pretty self-explanatory just by looking at it what it is. We bought another cupboard there because we got so much junk. On that bottom shelf in the corner we have bottles of Thai whiskey and rum, keeping them out of the way. Thai switches work upside down to the west, and I'm putting the lights out as I come through. This is our lounge, bedroom, large bed, very big room. Reason being is I wanted a space for my big computer, for my video editing when I eventually learn how to use the software, and video games, which I thought would be okay in my old age. Everywhere has mosquito netting. We've got curtains, and for the first time in my life I have curtains which actually keep out the light. Every other house I've ever lived in, you could see light, but these are keeping out. They are heavy, thick curtains. Wardrobe, cupboard space. Also want to point out, here is a glass door. Purpose of this glass door is to enable the aircon to actually work. It's a sliding door. The aircon is above the window there, and it's a 12,000 BTU air conditioner because the room is that much bigger than the others. That computer chair was the first bit of furniture we bought when we were in Thailand. This little cupboard here keeps my computer, electronics, junk sort of stuff. And this cabinet on the wall is the control box for the closed circuit TV that we have had installed. Going into the lounge, again we have mosquito screens on the door. There's a breeze coming in. We have 2 sofas. We bought those in January just to raise our morale, and 2 armchairs. They were delivered on the day we moved into the house. Our consumer unit is on the wall. you'll see that we have a great many ornaments which are being brought from home over the years. Initially I didn't want them brought because there was additional expense bringing them in suitcases, but I'm glad that you did bring them now, because it although I think some of the ornaments are a bit over the top, this one in particular, if you look here, this is the clock that was presented to my father on his retirement from the police force. It's for nearly 50 years old, and it's nice to see it still working, and I think he'd be pleased to see it still working. I'll mention one design fault with the house which we did not anticipate. We were not clever enough. When we go to bed at night, the switches for the lounge are in that corner. So we need to buy a standard lamp here which is touch sensitive, so that when we leave the bedroom at night we're not going into a completely dark room. We're not going to change the switches or have any work done like that. The lighting is perfect. It's just the position of the switches when we leave the bedroom is not as we would have wished. But we didn't know that at the time. I say, when you have a house built, there are some things that you just can't think of. We bought this television table at the same time we bought the sofas and chairs. We bought a number of strong fans because this lounge area is not air conditioned. We rely on the mosquito screens and the fans to enable a breeze to be made here. I'm a Farang, and I like sitting at a table to eat my food. Thais ordinarily sit on the floor and do all sorts of things when they're eating theirs, but this is a nice table and chairs with swivel seats to enable me to get up and down easy. That's a display cabinet in the corner, a little sort of stool come buffet, which is again for storage. Very cheap little stools for tables. And obviously tables here, table in the corner. We have the same curtains throughout. My wife did a very good job there. We got those from Global instead of going to a specialist shop. They work very well. First I'll go to what's called our spare bedroom. We still have a lot of material in boxes that we haven't unloaded yet. My initial fears about the bedroom not being big enough were not founded. There's a double bed here. Looking up, it's got air conditioning. It can have a fan. It's got mosquito windows, screen windows if they want it. It's perfectly adequate for anybody coming to stay with us. That's a difficulty of planning without actually seeing the result first. That might seem a bit of a silly thing to say, but something I thought would not work out has worked out quite well. This bedroom does not have ensuite facilities, but come out of the door, turn left, and we have a bathroom. The bathroom is just like ours, with the shelves built into the tiles, the Biko. There is no shower in this room like the rain shower we have in ours. I think it's because in the contract they only were going to put in one shower. A bit cheap Charlie that, really, I think about it. It's you cut corners. The towel rails, one was provided, we put the other one in ourselves. And like the other bathroom, we had the handrail put in so that people could elderly, infirm would use it to get off the toilet. This is my mother-in-law's bedroom. And I have to show you this bed, which I think is absolutely fantastic. Made by our cousin Todd when he was a younger man, say 30, 40 years ago. Absolutely brilliant. God knows what this would cost you if you try to buy something as well made as this in the UK. He's older now, he's got more work to do to keep his family. I don't think he'd ever have the time to make such a bed again. I have been asked by somebody if he would make a bed for them, and I've said no, it's just not on. This is my mother-in-law's bed, and you can see that she wants to keep it for herself. Turning round, she has a wardrobe, the windows open, mosquito netting. She has her own bathroom. Likewise, the rail has been fitted, handrail. Likewise, she doesn't have the rain shower that we have in our room with the cold water. Again, that's part of the contract. I hadn't realised that they were only going to put one shower in. But again, when you have so many things to deal with, you can't think of everything. However clever I think I am, I couldn't think of everything. So this is her room. I think it's about 4 meters by 4 meters. Perfectly big enough. And she has agreed that she sleeps a hell of a lot better here than she used to sleep in the old house. She has the additional security of us being here. So now we come into our little western kitchen. Comment has been made about this. It's meant for me more than anybody else. We have a fan, water dispenser, microwave. There's a coffee machine there which I don't know how to use because I haven't had the time to learn how to use it. Sink unit, little breakfast bar, stools. We had 2 dogs, unfortunately one had to be put down. Lovely little dog called Sammy. So we have an extra dog bed in here. Our dog can do whatever he wants to do. He can sleep wherever he wants to do. We have air fryers down there, a bread maker. It's everything for what I need. It's not meant to be churning out sticky rice, moudang, noodles, and God knows what else. Most important thing for me is it's a fridge, and in the fridge I have a selection of cold drinks, a couple of chocolate bars, beer, cheese, milk, a jar of Branston pickle bought from Lazada, French fries, ice cream from the man on the bicycle, and ice itself. So you can see, although we could cook anything in here because we have this cooking hob, we had to buy that ourselves as well, but it was installed by the builder. We can do anything in here, but if my wife makes Thai food, well, she does it in the Thai kitchen and it's brought in here for me, or else we eat it in the Thai kitchen. We can use it. Somebody said that they have a big combined Western and Thai kitchen, but we like it like this. We had the land, we had the equipment, and it works very well. The storage room at the moment in the Thai kitchen is currently being used by my uncle as a bedroom, and it's doubling up as a Buddha room. So we've yet to determine the final state of everything, but it's coming along nicely. Again, we lack the foresight to plan everything. You learn from what you've done and you have to adjust accordingly. So this is the kitchen. It's getting more like home. Our little dog Mikey loves it to be in the Buddha room downstairs in the Thai kitchen. The gate is locked today. Nobody can get in to the land. My wife has gone to help with the funeral. I'm staying here, out of the way, because all I can do is just say hello to people. I can't speak the language. So this is it. It's very comfortable, only with the extreme weather that's happening throughout the world, particularly in Thailand at the moment. 95 degrees in here in the evening if the fans aren't working. Mastered the television, that's going great, and I can fiddle it to watch some Premier League football as well sometimes. And that's it. I'll give you one final view from the balcony. Lovely breeze, fantastic. Just one thing I didn't mention, the 4 concrete columns on the floor there, they'll be used with the newly built sala. Here comes the rubbish van, like the old-fashioned rubbish collection things we had in the UK many years ago. The third world country that the UK has become, we get collections every 2 weeks. It's intended they collect once every 3 weeks. Well, over here, Tuesdays and Fridays, twice a week, full rubbish collection. And they take the rubbish we put out. No messing about, no mafia, no council officials coming to give you fines if you don't recycle. And of course we do recycle properly over here, unlike in the UK. So I'm drifting back into my politics, so I'll shut up. The lime trees are not producing as much fruit now because they are waiting for the rains. So there are half a dozen or so on the floor. Before there might have been 30 or 40 on the floor. But everything is waiting for the rains to come. Even the plants below there that you see, although they're watered 3 times a day, they haven't grown very much. It's as though they know they just have to survive a few more weeks and then they can start shooting up. And that's it. It's gone very quiet now. It was very noisy earlier. Songkran, the head of the village, seems to think that his taste in music is for everybody. And if you look in the distance there, you can see something like a Stalag tower. It doesn't have machine guns, but it does cause annoyance at 4 corners of the earth: east, north, south and west. And there we are. So that's it. That's you see in the inside of the house, outside. Nothing else now to be done until at least Friday, and finish off what we can before the rains come. And given the heat that we have out here, apart from today, they can't come a minute too soon, just to cool things down. Alright, thank you for watching, and goodbye.